Hey guys, Carlin here with another video, this time talking about playing melody and playing scales and improving your dexterity moving your fingers around the guitar. Let's get started. So sometimes with guitar you'll be playing chords. You'll be using more than one finger to play more than one note at a time, right? So this is typically the role of the rhythm guitarist, but this video is about playing melody. So playing one note at a time, one finger per note, and kind of moving around the guitar that way. All right, so a really good way for beginners to think about this is each fret. So this is my first fret, this is my second fret, my third fret, my fourth fret, and so on. Each fret gets its own finger. Now down the road we're going to bend this rule a little bit, but for beginners I think this is a great way to start. Okay, so my first fret is going to get the first finger, my second fret is going to get the middle finger, the third fret will get the ring finger, and the last fret will get the pinky finger. What this does is it builds your dexterity for all four fingers. You want to be trying to use all four fingers as much as possible. A lot of beginners like to use just their first finger because it feels more comfortable. Typically you have a little more dexterity and flexibility in this finger just from day-to-day life, right? So this is a great exercise that you can do. You want to practice not only using these four fingers, but moving from the low string to the high string, or low E string all the way up to the high E string, right? So first finger, first fret, low E string. And again, just a reminder, you're always going to push right behind that fret. You don't want to slide over the fret. You're going to get into the next note. You don't want to be too far away from the fret because you're going to get a chunky or a buzzy sound. That buzzy sound. We don't want that. Right behind the fret, pushing, squeezing back with your thumb on the back side of the guitar. So I'm going to spin around here. My thumb needs to be in place on the back of the guitar, pushing as a counterweight against my fingers. One other thing is I'm changing notes. For example, I'm going to do this. My thumb isn't moving. It's staying locked into place. Right? So that thumb is kind of an anchor for this position. Okay? In our right hand, just take a pick, or just your fingers if you want. I recommend a pick with the steel string guitars. It'll save some wear and tear in your right hand. All we're going to do is go down, up, down, up, down, up. We're going to play 4 notes on each string, okay? So when you pluck down, actually maybe I should zoom in over here. When you pluck down, all you're trying to do is pluck through and stop on the next string, okay? So you're going to pluck and up and down and up, okay? For beginners, I think it's important to kind of lock your right hand onto something on the guitar. So either your pinky on the guitar or this part of your hand locked to the guitar. That's going to give you a little more consistency as you're playing. Okay, you don't want your hand just floating around and plucking anywhere. You're not going to develop any consistency and feel for the guitar. You want to get to the point where you don't have to always be looking. All right, this is a good time to mention too, you really don't want to lay your guitar flat to kind of see what you're doing. You want it up close next to your body, right? The curve of the guitar on your leg, the guitar right up flat against your body like that, right? So all that stuff said, we want to get started. First finger, first fret, right behind the fret, we're going to pluck down. Second finger, second fret, we're going to pull up. Third finger, third fret, we're going to push down. And fourth finger, fourth fret, and we're going to go up again. Okay, once we've done that, we're going to move this left hand to the next string. We're going to go to the A string. We're going to pluck down. And so you have to move your pick here down to the next string. Down, up, down, up, and keep going. Next string is the D string, first fret, down, up, down, up, and just keep going. G string, down, up, down, up, B string, down, up, down, up, and the E string, down, up, down, up. Okay, so what we're looking for is to try to do this all nice and even, try to get the same length of the ring of each string, the same volume. You want to try to be consistent in that, right? We don't want one string to be and the next one to be and then be really quiet and then be loud again, right? We're looking for even. All right, that's going to make it a little more musical and easier later. So we want consistency across all the strings. So what we're looking for is something like this. Okay, play that as slowly as you need to play it accurate. We're looking for accuracy right now. We're not looking for speed. Okay, and then once you can play it up, also play it down. Down, up, down, up. So practicing this gets you, this is a chromatic scale, right? And these 4 fingers will kind of build up their dexterity. You'll be able to move around the guitar a little bit more. One thing to note is that your frets at the bottom of the neck are actually further apart, and because the frets are bigger, than higher up on the neck. So if you find that this is too big of a stretch for you, what you can do is just come up here, play it up here, start on a different fret. You're still just going to play 4 in a row. Play that anywhere on the neck, even way up here if you want. It should be easier up here actually. You don't have to push as hard, and the frets are a little bit closer together. So if you get bored of always playing it down at the bottom of the fret, you can start anywhere, okay? But just be trying to think of this 4 fret chunk, 4 fingers that cover those frets, right? And that'll just kind of build your dexterity moving up and down. In a later video, I'll start talking about scales and how to pick out melodies and things like this, but this is a really good starting place. Anchoring your hand here, getting the dexterity in all 4 fingers here, that we can move around, okay? Hope that helps.